So the central government in Beijing and the Macau government have for quite a number of years now been pushing diversification of their gaming industry. In Las Vegas, 60% of their revenue comes from non-gaming, but here in Macau, it's still less than 10%. I mean, do you think it's feasible that we will ever get to that point where we have a large percentage of our revenue coming from non-gaming, 20, 30, 40%?
We just need to make it feasible. We have no other choice. We need to make the choice for our next generation, because I think that it would be still okay for people like me, and then because I got a job already, and so then, but then when we look at the development in the past decade, I mean in the economic sector in Macau and in the gaming sector in Macau, you know, the gaming itself is like a black hole. I was saying that, okay, because they pay better money, and then the job is like more exciting, and then you basically attract all of the talent, most of the talent in the industry. Not only the teller, you know, and then but a lot of people, they're working in different professions. So when we don't have talent in the other part of the industry, in somewhere else, then we cannot really develop an industry. Then we need to rely solely on gaming. But then rely solely on gaming, we have a lot of problems, because then we need to give a lot of resources to gaming. But then it hurts people in Macau. And so then I think that we just need to kind of balance the economy a bit. And so then, that if we have the show business, you know, like, and then other cultural industry, it doesn't need to be very big. It won't become as big as the gaming. I did some research before, like in UK, Australia, you know, those places, and then like their cultural industry always count for 5% of their GDP. That would be very good. If we have 5% of GDP coming from cultural industry, that means a lot of people can work in other industries as well. So I think that we just need to really focus and try to develop things like that in that kind of scope and make it happen. I'm not saying that if we really want to keep gaming here in a healthy way, or not a lot of people criticizing the industry itself, we just make it become a very important part of our industry, but not the only important one. We need to have something else.